bit smooth.
Right, our audio is live. We have no picture yet. I'm setting up the screen tweet. Give me 2 seconds.
All right. Hello, early
talking,
birds.
just know you're on live. So.
Yeah, hello, early birds. Welcome to hopefully an exciting little session of character creation for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that David Jaffe is going to be featuring in. I'm Jake Henry. You might know me as Hectorhowl, and I'll be dungeon mastering this campaign. I'll give another introduction once we're fully set and going. Let's see here.
The water sounds so nice.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's hard to swim.
Or if you will, after the first
minutes
of session 1.
That's giving me a hint. I need to roll a character who's like, a merman.
Hello, early chatters. I just, on the YouTube Live, put a hello in with my Adventures in Dragons account.
Perfect.
So we can use that one for polls.
Oh, excellent. Alright, tweet this.
Mm-hmm.
What is your Twitter handle so I can let people know?
Oh, sure. Let me just get on there real quick. It should be at Hectorhowl. Yep. You can type that out if you want me to. If you want to copy it.
No, I got it.
Thanks for feeding me more garbage, X. Not this, mind you.
What is the name of the campaign again?
The Blood
of
Oh. Yes. Typed it out in our Discord comms. Copy it from there. And it's on the screen in the game.
And we're going 3 p.m. on Sunday, right?
3 p.m. Pacific, yes. I'm Eastern, so I'm always converting in my head. Galstaff, you have entered the door to the north.
Alright, okay, so Twitter, I've tweeted it, and let me just put it up on Discord, and we can get rolling.
Excellent.
I wish there was a, I'm sure I should talk to Tech Protect, and I'm sure he's real smart with tech and shit, obviously. And it's,
to automate it?
Make me just one button.
Yeah.
To do these 10 things, and it just, oh my god, how much time would I save?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me... Hello, Brad. Good to see you, bud. Alright. We are now... ready? Not yet, because... my screen should be...
Discord notification. Oh, we're live.
Oh, it is.
My local recording now.
We are live. All right, take it away, Hectora.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to a wonderful little character creation session for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I'm going to be running for Mr. Jaffe here. Here. One of these here's. And it is called The Blood of Lantalia. Today, we're going to select background, character class, species, and play a little introduction along with rolling some dice to get the character going and get a brief familiarity with the virtual system we're going to be using. First and foremost,
a story about when she gets her first period, Lantalia?
Not quite, but we'll get to that. Okay. Probably not the period part, but what the story is about.
All right.
Rats. So, first and foremost, I'm going to show our game credits just at the top of the show. This is mostly to give full credential to the community use policies from companies like Wizards of the Coast, as well as credit to our excellent artists, some of which is purchased art, some of which is specially commissioned art that will be appearing in the campaign. So that's just a brief covering of bases. And now we should be ready to get right into things. Let us begin. In a world not like ours, the kingdom of Lantalia rose. Built in a day and ruled by the children of the gods, this golden society is the envy of the world. Yet, darkness swirls amongst its foundations as rumors speak of a prophesied destruction. This doom might only be averted by those of Lantalia's blood. By you. Now, let's see who you are. We've got 3 categories to go through. The question is, where would you like to start?
Well, let us begin with class. Wait,
all right.
Class, yes.
Excellent. Here we go. You can go ahead and scroll down these options. These are some very basic and descriptions you're probably familiar with in a general sense.
I have thought about it, and I have decided I would like to be a ranger. So my current wardrobe is not reflective of my choices, but for today, one wears what one must, and ranger it is.
Alrighty then. In that case, you can go ahead and close that out, and you should be able to drag the little ranger token that is on the class field right up to the circle. Let's make sure those permissions are working properly. Yep. Boom! There we go. Alrighty. So, with that in order, some effects here. Oh, you tool. Alright. Not you. Just back end. What would you like to do next? Species, background.
Well, since the character has not fully been birthed yet, I feel I can escape the bounds of the fantasy and ask questions. So,
of course you can.
Okay, so here's always my challenge, or since I've started playing recently, is that when you and I were playing together and you were role-playing a character...
I'm going to hold you one moment. I've noticed a note in the chat that you're a little quiet. So maybe...
Oh, I wonder if Brad meant I was quiet like I wasn't saying anything, but maybe not.
Well, maybe not.
Because I was listening to the story, so...
okay.
Can you guys hear me okay in the chat?
Figure it warrants a check.
Yes, they will let me know. So what I wonder about is when you... Okay, my mic's a little low. Your volume is low. Okay, let me fix that. It's easy. Maybe. Here you go. How's that? Is that better? Is it better mixed with the music? I can turn the music down a little bit as well if you'd like, but I think that should do it. Sean, Brad, what do you think? Wayne? Much better. Okay. So when you and I were playing Collider's game a while back, you played a character who was relatively unbright.
Yes.
Like a puppy sort of thing. And I like the idea of coming into a character and staying in character, right?
Yeah.
But I also know that when I play games like this, I like to be able to think outside the box, not to be a pain in the ass, but because it feels like solving puzzles. So I don't have enough experience with D&D to know that if I want to play a ranger who, I'd like to give him his own characteristics and whatnot, but I also want to be able to have those characteristics match with a species that in a character that is going to be able to come up with these outside the box ideas, because if I didn't do that and stayed in character, I don't think I would enjoy it as much. So so my question is, what species do you think would speak to that kind of character really, really well?
I don't think you could go terribly wrong with human as a start.
Okay.
Would you like me to pop up the list of options for you? Yeah, let's show that. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
And these have a little bit more contextual descriptions as to how they relate to the world you're about to enter. So that might inform your choice a little bit as well.
Oh, that you wrote in, or I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So which one of these species tends to be smart? Dwarves are smart?
Dwarves can be smart.
I mean,
And frankly, any of them. Orcs are reputed to be less. Dragonborn certainly could be quite intelligent. Ultimately, we're going to roll some dice, and you're going to have the ability to kind of set your stats. If you want to put a high number in intelligence, you can just do that.
Okay. As a ranger, I tend to need to be better at what? Dexterity?
Dexterity, wisdom, constitution.
Okay.
Are kind of the leanings.
So I'd like to avoid elf, because I know Gina's playing an elf already, right?
Yeah, we actually have 2 elves.
Okay, so let's not be an elf. Let's can a dwarf make a good ranger?
Absolutely, they can.
Let's do a dwarf. I want to do that. I want to be a dwarf.
All right, dwarf it is. And I'll go ahead and just drag this guy right up here for you on the main screen. Alrighty. Which just leaves us with the choice of your background. Let me bring those up for you.
Okay. And that's okay. There we go.
So we have 3 options here, because these options, whichever one you choose, is going to directly affect the introduction we're about to play.
Okay. Certainly not a noble. Fighting tooth and nail to survive. Traitor. Let's do gladiator.
Gladiator it is. Alrighty. Let's pop this in. And we should be set and ready to go on the main choices.
Okay.
So, now, let's get to your actual character sheet. You should be able to just easily hit the C key on your keyboard. C is for character.
Yep, there it is.
All right, and that is going to be your easy access. When I ask you to make a roll of a certain statistic, just hit that C key. It'll pop right up.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just do this, and I can go into here and say none. Okay, let's get to adding in these details we've just chosen.
Okay.
In the menu in the top right, you've got the settings in the far right, and you have had the playlists button where you messed with the audio.
Yes.
Right between those two, there's a section called Compendium Packs. Go ahead and click on that.
Yep. Okay.
And in there, you're going to click on SRD Content, Character Features.
Okay.
And we're going to go...
Compendium Browser, or click on D&D SRD Content, open that folder. Oh, I see.
Yep, open the folder, drop down.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and click on Classes.
Okay.
And go ahead and drag in your Ranger.
Drag it where?
And I would do this for you, but there's going to be a couple of choices it lets you make, and I want you to make those choices.
Where do I drag it to?
Right on top of your character sheet.
Oh, just on the sheet. Okay.
Yep.
Did it take it? I don't think it took it.
Not just yet. You may need to click a little toggle in the upper left of the character sheet that looks like a little wrench.
Yep. And hit edit.
To make sure you can edit. Yeah. Then go ahead and try and drag and drop that Ranger class from the list here.
Anywhere specifically on the sheet or no?
Should just be able to drag it anywhere. Yeah. Should go. Something's happening. There might be another pop-up that you need to select some options on.
Okay, let's see. Drag it. And the arrow, the little okay, play and edit. When it's beige, is it play, or when it's beige, is it edit?
When it's beige, it's edit.
Okay, so it's beige, and I'm dragging the ranger. Should I right-clicking it, maybe?
I don't know, because it looks like it's done something. Perhaps try closing some of the other things, see if there's a pop-up that's asking you to choose some options. I can look on this screen. Oh, you've got a gladiator popped up. Ah, that's what's going on. Go ahead and close this out.
Close what?
Close that. I think I see what happened.
Compendium
let's
still
see.
Open?
Oh, you can close that. One second. Let me make sure this is working.
I think I understand now. You do not have sufficient permission to view the sheet for this actor. Oh, David J's character. That's the one?
David J's character, yes.
No, it says humanoid, gladiator. Okay, so now drag ranger. Next.
There we go. I got it working. My fault. My bad, everyone. Was trying to do something slick and ended up slowing things down.
All right, so
now we're in business.
Strength and dexterity. Hit next.
Yes, sir.
Skills. Choose 3 from animal handling, athletics, insight, instigation, nature. Okay. Okay. I haven't really studied these, so is this something I can set up today, but then maybe change before we start Sunday after I've done a little more?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for now, then let's do animal handling, perception, and what does survival give me?
Survival would be a roll that you might make when you're trying to track something. If you're trying to scrounge for supplies, if you're trying to light a campfire in the dead of winter.
And stealth is obviously sneaking. Okay, I'll go with... What's animal handling then?
Let's say you're trying to calm down an angry bear.
Okay.
Or trying to convince Pegasus that you are friend and not foe.
Okay, so for right now, I will say animal handling, perception, and athletics.
Perfect.
Armor, training, light, medium, or shields. Why would I choose? Well, so light. What?
This is the proficiency you have. So these are what you can use.
Oh, it's not telling me to pick one of these. Okay, gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. Weapon, simple martial. Okay. Features: favorite enemy and natural explorer. Complete. Is that right, or do I choose any of these, or that just comes with the character?
That comes with the character.
Okay.
I am dragging onto your sheet right now a couple of weapons to get you started.
Okay.
Though the permanence of those, we will have to see about.
Hello, JST. Always good to see you, bud.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
All right. Now we've got your character class in there. While we're at it, if you click on the second tab on the list of tabs on the right-hand side of your character sheet, kind of popping off the side there, you should see your inventory.
Yes, click that.
And you should be able to, click that. And you should be able to access your items.
Longbow, short sword, leather armor. Yep.
Yeah, so go ahead and drag that longbow and that short sword onto the numbered bar in the bottom left.
Oh, the 1, 2, 3, that stuff? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, it is like Baldur's.
And that's going to be a real easy access way to just go ahead and roll those.
Not the equipment, of course, but leave that where it is.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Alrighty. Now we're going to do your species. So you can go into Compendium where you found the class and just go under races and go ahead and find Dwarf and drag him in there.
All right, hang on. Okay, let me reopen the Compendium. Classes or species? What did we say we're doing?
Races is what it's called in here.
Oh, okay. I thought they changed that. Didn't they? What are we doing?
There's some artifacts in here.
Yeah. What was that going to be? I was going to be a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops. Hill dwarf. Drag that in?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, so he's already pre-rolled, right?
No, we're going to roll these stats and edit them.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this is just some baselines.
All right, he speaks common, he speaks Dwarvish, he's trained in all this stuff, but he doesn't have an axe. Tool proficiency. Okay.
It's all good
Again,
stuff.
I can change this.
Yeah,
correct?
you can change. We can
Okay,
change this
all right.
stuff, especially if it becomes relevant.
Well, no, I'll change it before Sunday. I just want to. I have the book in front of me. I just haven't read the specific. Yeah, I just want to make sure I make choices that I feel good about.
And as you're doing that, feel free to let me know, and I can make sure that it shows up properly in here because I might need to
Got it.
manually fudge with some stuff.
Okay. Dwarven stone cutting complete. Okay. I'm not.
Alrighty.
I'm not saying race is a bad word. I'm saying that D&D 5th edition apparently they changed it from race to something else, but I don't remember what they called it now. Okay, where are we at?
All right, we have got the preloaded elements of your character in there. We have got your items in there. We have 3 more character details before we play a little bit here.
Okay.
And those are your character's name, a brief description of your character that in time I will send to an artist and get a commission done on, so we'll have some custom artwork. And then you're going to roll statistics. What would you like to do first?
Let's roll statistics first because that'll help me
Awesome.
with the other parts.
Yeah. So in the bottom right-hand corner of your interface, you've got this lovely little dice roller tray down here. And the second option that looks like a square is your classic 6-sided die. Go ahead and click on that 4 times, and then press the roll button in the bottom right, and it should roll 4d6.
I'm looking for that. I don't see it. I see the...
Oh, I think I see what's going on. So you have minimized the options. So go ahead and click on the chat, which should be the top one above the crossed swords on the right-hand side.
Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. We need that open then. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where you'll also see a log of all the results of things.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to close my character sheet for now, or no? Is that okay? Or I'll just minimize it.
You can keep it up.
Okay.
You just keep it off to the side or something. Or you can just press C and close it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let me do that real quick. Okay, so what am I rolling?
4 6-sided dice. So again, you can just click that square 4 times and then press roll.
Right. 15.
So what we are doing here with a 15 is we're taking the 3 highest numbers out of these 4. So this is going to be 6, 3, and 5. So that's a 14 total. And we're going to do this 5 more times.
Okay.
And then those are going to be...
Do I know what they're for, or I have no idea what they're for yet?
We are going to assign them to each of your 6 statistics.
Based on what we want. Okay. So the next one is 4 again.
It's all 4. Yep.
All right, here we go.
4d6 times 6. Woohoo! That's a big one.
That's what she said.
All right. Hey. 17. Okay.
Okay.
And again. Another pretty good one there.
Okay.
One went pretty nicely. 13. Let's see some more.
12.
Another.
Wait.
That is another 13.
I thought you took a number.
You're dropping.
Oh, okay. Wait.
We're dropping the lowest die.
Yeah. So 15 or 13 on the previous one? I thought it was 13.
It is 13, and it's 13 again, because you got 2 5s on both of them, and a 3 on both of them.
But
and we dropped the lowest number.
Right, but it says 15.
Yep, I'm compiling these, and I'm going to post them once we're done.
Oh, I see. Okay, here we go again.
Yeah. All right, that is up. Another 14.
Right.
We are rolling very well today. This is
doing
great.
One more, or what are we doing?
One more.
Again, here we go. Yeah.
That's a 10. Well, I'll say we've had some people roll less well than this. All right, so these are our numbers. And now we can pop the character sheet back up.
Okay.
We're going to plug them in. And then we get a +2 and a +1 on top of it. That's right.
That we can.
There was another thing.
Oh, okay.
Little house rule that I've decided to implement. There's a pity 15 you get. If you don't get one, you got a 17, you're good. And I want at least one negative number, so we're going to take that 10 down to a 9. So that's going to be negative on the way that it affects the game.
Okay. All right. So are you going to do that
Okay,
first?
we can go up to the top. Am I loud? Oh, no. We can go to the top tab again on the character sheet.
This one that has the 5 icons?
Sorry, here we go. Where you click to inventory, it's the one above that. It's the cog.
Okay, sorry. It takes me a second to get used to this.
No worries.
The very top configure settings or the character configure settings?
Oh,
or
on the character.
Character sheet. Okay.
Yes.
This sheet default sheet is what it says. That's not what you mean.
Oh no, sorry. It's on the right hand. It's the little tabs that are popping out.
Oh, Jesus.
So getting used to how to direct people in this
All
interface.
right.
My bad.
Understood. Okay. Okay. So there, I'm there now. So what do we do?
All right. So we get to pick of strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma what these numbers are attributed to.
And constitution has a +1 for some reason.
Yeah. So we're gonna shift those around as you like. That constitution and wisdom bonus can be there, or they can be elsewhere. You get a +2 to something and a +1 to something else.
Okay, and there's a -1.
That I just factored in here.
Oh, okay, so our numbers are now working: 14, 17, 13, 13, 14, 9.
Yeah. Okay. So we just need to pick which ones we want to be which.
And then there is no. I don't see a +2 bonus. I just see a 1 + 1 bonus. Does that matter? On my character,
oh, that's for your saving throws. That's something different.
No, I know. You said you get a +2, or did you already factor those in as well? Because there's a +1 under Constitution. On the character.
Oh, I know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is the way the statistics work in Dungeons and Dragons. So when you are at 10 or above, it is every 2 numbers that they progress. So a 12 is a +1 bonus. A 14 is a +2.
Okay.
Once you go below 10, it becomes -1 every 2.
Okay, so don't worry about the +1 on Constitution. It's not going to matter to me right now.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. We'll fix that.
Okay. Strength I get, dexterity I get, intelligence and wisdom. Talk to me briefly about the difference between the two as it relates to a ranger, because I will want to cast some spells.
Yeah. Yes. So wisdom is going to be your spellcasting statistic if there's anything that requires a roll for that.
Okay.
And intelligence is more going to refer to skill checks. It might have to do with memory. It might have to do with religion, knowledge. It might have to do with attempting to investigate a situation.
Okay.
Wisdom is going to be more natural skills like medicine, survival, or seeing things.
Charisma's dealing with other characters. Dexterity is like athletic moves, diving, dodging. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Constitution is what?
That'll apply to your hit points. So the more constitution you have, the more bonus hit points you'll get every time you level up.
Damage I do. Okay. Or what I can lift or whatever. Okay.
Strength will be also more melee damage. Dexterity will be more ranged damage.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So, I will put my 17 into dexterity.
Boom. I'll just go ahead and move these numbers for you.
I will put my 14, one of my 14s into Constitution.
Boom.
I will put my other 14 into Wisdom.
Done.
I will put 13 into Strength. I will put 13 into Charisma.
All right.
And I'm bone stupid with Intelligence. Give me a 9 there.
All right.
You can be wise, but not intelligent. I will give it a shot. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Now we get to do +2 to one of these stats and +1 to one of these stats. And remember, even numbers are what we're aiming for.
Okay.
So
let's do a plus. What does Intelligence do again?
It's going to be for skill checks, such as discerning the arcane or recalling historical facts.
Oh, fuck that. Okay. Let's get a +2. You said a +2 and a +1, right?
Correct.
Let's do a +1 on dexterity.
That will be very good for you.
And a +2 on constitution.
And that will also be very good for you.
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. Those are your character statistics. So those are set.
And then if you look at the skills, those are the things that I can go back and change those 3 that I picked at the beginning, right? Like animal handling.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And if you have any questions about how to do that, just let me know.
Right. And then obviously the things that say like +1, +4, that's because the wisdom check at the top. Like, so my perception is now +4 because it's 14 + 2, right? That's where the +4 comes
right.
from. Okay.
So so the additional, so you're getting +2 from your wisdom, and then you're getting another +2 from what's called your proficiency bonus, and that's basically just a flat rate that gets applied to anything that your character is particularly good at.
Because I'm a humanoid hill dwarf gladiator, basically.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Great.
Okay. And we are going now to either the description of your character or your character's name.
Okay. So what do you talk to me briefly about, or is not, doesn't have to be briefly, but I don't want to bore anybody, but the other characters, because I'm assuming I'm one of the last to roll a character.
You are the last.
Okay. So,
well, there might be some additional guest characters that show up from here or there.
Cool.
But
I would like to blend well with the team if I'm going to try my best to stay in character. So I have ideas for a character, but like if someone else is already playing a mysterious, brooding assassin, or someone else is already playing a goofy, charismatic asshole, like what is the Avengers lacking? Who would be good for this adventure?
Let me think about it for a moment.
And based on knowing me and sort of, I will do my very best to stay in character. I love staying in character, but sometimes I can't do it. So I'll do my best though.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. And I do my best to provide a game where it's easy to stay in character, and when you move out of character, it can fold right back in.
Cool.
That's the intention. So, in terms of what we have, we've got a couple of elves. We've got a bard. Mm-hmm. That's going to be Natalie or Retro Queen.
Okay.
No, she's a human. The other elf is going to be a special class called the Mentor. That's kind of like a fighter. So that is going to be a bit of a veteran character that is focused a little bit more on leading from experience.
Okay.
And not so much making the decisions themselves. So we got a bit of a Ben Kenobi style older lady. We have a rambunctious little goblin, so don't worry about the comedic relief. Mm-hmm. We've got the bard, and then we've got our friend Gina, who's playing the elven druid. So
but tonally,
I think that
background-wise, like the elven druid, is that a serious character, or she's light and airy, or you don't know? I think
it's a little hard to say. I would say maybe more on the light and airy, if not quieter side of things.
Okay. So the character I've been thinking about is I would like to do a ranger who, and I got to rethink him now that he's a hill dwarf and not like living in the woods. But I like the idea of making him kind of, he's retreated from people and retreated from other, and he's very much into his animals. He doesn't trust people. And it's not that he's an asshole. He just genuinely thinks anything that's not an animal is kind of not to be trusted. He thinks people are evil, bad, ultimately broken. And so I'd like to come up with a character like that that's a little bit more, it's not that he's not trusting, but I'd like to play him a bit more serious and a bit more inner. But I don't know if that would fit with the party.
I think that can absolutely fit. The other thing I'd recommend to keep in mind is your background of a gladiator. So at some point in your life, you have entered gladiator combat and now find yourself there. And that's where we're going to begin.
Where we start. He's a gladiator.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that. Okay, great. Okay, so then what was your question? What's his name?
Yes.
I don't know anything about making D&D names. I mean, give me some. Who am I adventuring with? What are their names?
Let's see. We've got Bryn, we've got Daxk, we've got Stelina, and Viadri, which you would recognize.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Let's see. I will be... Let me see. I'm going to ask my friend ChatGPT.
Yeah. Good dwarven name. Maybe lean on some Tolkienian influences.
Hello,
for a little bit of Mediterranean.
Hang on.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. What can I do for you today?
Hector, can you hear her?
I
Yes,
can't hear her.
I can hear you.
Okay, so here's my question. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to play a dwarf who is a ranger and a gladiator, and he is he doesn't really trust most living beings. He tends to like to sort of retreat to animals because he thinks they're the only things he can trust and actually believe, to be honest with him. And I need a name for this character. It's a male. He's probably 30.
That sounds...
And help me out, come up with a name.
How about Thrain Stoneguard? It evokes a sturdy and reliable nature, fitting for a dwarf who trusts animals more than people. What do you think?
Thrain Stoneguard. Is that what you said to me?
Yes, Thrain Stoneguard. It's a strong and fitting name for a dwarf who has the deep connection.
We'll go with that. Thanks, buddy. Okay, we will be Thrain Stoneguard.
Stoneguard. Boom, I just punched that in there for you. Okay, we got a name.
Okay.
That's great.
What else do we need?
Last thing I'm going to need about your character before we can jump into things, and I'm going to grab you a temporary token for this character that'll play for the first stretch of the campaign until we get a finalized piece of art, is going to be a description of your appearance. So you can really write that anywhere, but if you'd like to use the character sheet, you can grab the bottommost tab on that list where we have inventory and the like, where you've got different biography details.
On the character sheet? I see.
Yeah, so those tabs.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha,
the bottom.
Gotcha. Okay, biography. That's where I need, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I can't do that immediately. I'm going to have to spend some time, but let's see.
Sure. And I'm not asking you to fill all these things out. I would say just let's go to the appearance. And if you want to put in a little bit of a brief description of
where I
thinking.
I can't type there, though. Like when I click it.
Oh, hit that cog in the upper left.
Oh, the edit button.
That'll let you do it.
All right. There we go. Okay, appearance. I mean, these people are. Okay, let's see. 30 years old. Give me a second.
Yeah. How's everyone doing in chat today? Are you having a good afternoon to evening? Dependent on where you are? And those of you in the chat who are waiting for the action, it's just around the corner. Maybe this would be a good time to... This would be a good time to run a little poll here while Jaffe writes. I'm going to ask a question in the chat. We'll just do this nice and rough. And then I'm going to have you guys answer yes or no. We're viewing. Give me a yes or no to that in the next minute or two. That'd be great. see how we're doing here. And let's get this set.
All right, there you go. That's the best I can do on short notice.
That is, whatever it is.
Okay.
I am sure it is completely
okay. That's
excellent.
Okay, that's. I have children. That's what you say when they give you their paintings. Back when they were really little. Now they actually are excellent. But okay, that's what I got.
And
so, yes.
let me go ahead and upload this. I think this will do. But you're going to need to tell me if you like this direction for how the character looks.
Okay.
We also have another option here that I can grab. Put that in. So we've got the red-bearded temporary artwork that you see on the dwarf species.
Yes.
So we can grab that, or what I just snagged was, let's get here, temp. Rain should pop up in your character now.
Yeah, I like that guy more. He's more contemplative than the other guy.
Excellent. And I wanted to mention that as well on your comment about concern about playing a character that's a little too dim. I leaned into the dim with Guy. That was very intentional. And wisdom and intelligence can kind of double as each other in certain senses. So approaching a problem, a puzzle even, with ingenuity and insight does not need to be an intellectual thing. It can absolutely be something that comes out of wisdom. So I would encourage you to approach the situations as you feel drawn to them.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
And let's go ahead. We are going to do the Gladiators Colosseum to begin with.
Okay. So do I close my character sheet, or I wish they'd let you move it to another monitor. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It takes up so much of the screen.
The best bet is just going to be to use the C key
Just turn it on and off. Okay.
Exactly. All right, and then...
Oh, wait, did I just get rid of my appearance?
You should be good.
It just vanished.
Go. Okie dokie.
Is that cool?
So now...
Did it went away? The appearance text?
Oh! You might not have saved it. The good news about this is we are streaming. I can go back to the VOD,
Perfect.
and I can transcribe it.
I'll let you do that.
We
then.
have
Here
to
we go.
love... Yeah, we have to love
Yes.
things not saving.
Did you put a poll
All right,
up?
then.
Did you put a poll up?
I just asked a question in there.
Oh, okay.
And we have a yes, we have a no, we have a yes, and... All right. Yeah, we'll have to set up the poll situation before Sunday so I can actually post them in there, but I just asked the question.
Got it. Okay.
And the little boost just came through. Good stuff. Checking in with the chat. And we definitely have a yes to that. So I'm going to do one more thing before we begin.
Yeah. And
Actually, no.
Slipstream, I got it. Thank you, buddy, for the heads up.
Do it. So, Jaffe, are you
Yes.
ready to step into the world as your new dwarven character?
You goddamn right.
In that case, we go to the Gladiators Colosseum, where you have just completed a penultimate round of combat. You stand in the middle of a ring, blood and weapons at your feet. You are exhausted. The fight has been hard, but the reward is near. Marocles, the announcer of the ring, steps forth to announce, "This proud dwarven fellow has impressed us this day, and should he impress us just once more, he will earn his just reward." He holds up a golden coin in his hand, which looks something like... I'm going to ask you to roll me a history check from your character
Okay.
to discern if you know anything about this coin.
Okay. And walk me through that briefly. How do I do that? Character sheet?
There should be a list on your character sheet of elements. There is the skills list right in the middle of it when you press that C key. On the top menu option.
Got it. Okay, so now there's
Here.
I'm running a check for history or for what?
History, that's right.
Oh, this won't go well. So just click it and roll.
Just click it. It should send it.
And do normal, right?
Yes.
There we go.
That is a 6 minus a 1. You have no idea about the nature of this coin, and even upon close inspection, you wouldn't know. But what the Gladiator Ringmaster states is that the winner of this coin is entitled entry to a contest of champions. Will this be the man, or will it be one of these 4 contenders? As he gestures to a gate which now rolls open, revealing individuals that step forth into the ring. They size you up, and as they do, they ask the question, "What do you got, chump?" What do you say?
Okay, not I, he, speak. Okay, it's going to take me a while to get in character.
We're doing this now.
I look to the one on my far left, and I say, "You'll be the first to die."
I'm going to have you roll another skill check. Go ahead and go to your character skill list and find me Intimidation. Give me a roll to scare these guys. Okay. Not too bad. Not too great. I'm going to say that this individual, who you just spoke directly to, seems a little bit shocked, doesn't seem to know what to do, but one of the other men says, "Ah! There's more of us than there are him! Let's take him!" He rushes forwards, and we are going to go into combat. You have your chat as the first option of your menu on the far right. The second option is going to be encounters.
Got it.
Can you navigate to that for me?
It says combat tracker.
Yeah. So under there, you should be able to see your character now.
I see mine.
Marked as
I
David
see
J's character.
Thug and 3. There's 3 thugs and there's me.
You see the little roll initiative die that's just below the 3?
Yes, click that.
Click that, sir.
Wait,
The 12, you act
hang on,
first.
we're getting an audio echo from you, Jake. Are we?
No echo.
Are you guys getting an echo? Say something real quick, Jake.
Mic check, mic check. Go ahead and hover me in the virtual tabletop. And make sure that my volume's zeroed out there, my face.
Oh, right. Let's see. How do I bring... Oh, right there, yeah. Yep, you're 0 here. They're saying, yes.
Funny.
It's from you. Small echo.
Small echo.
Oh, hang
Interesting.
On. Hang on. Might be on my end.
Check this real quick.
No, it's probably not you at all. Hang on.
Let's do this.
Say something now.
Brief technical difficulties. Please wait. Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, my guess
Mic
is...
check, mic check.
I think you're probably good now, you guys. Test. I have you on... Okay, so I'm broadcasting you no echo, but his audio is low. Okay, well, I can bring that up. Now say something. Try again. Say something, Jake.
Test. Say something. Test.
Is that better, you guys? Now we're both
a little low.
How are we both low?
Interesting.
Okay, well, I should be back to normal now. That should be good volume.
You sound
Jake
quite
is
loud now.
Too loud or good?
Too loud or good? Mic check, mic check. I'm good.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right, here we go. All right. Initiative.
difficulty's over. Let's get back into the action. You act first. This man is approaching you with a knife. You have a sword. You have a bow. How would you like to approach this situation?
So... I'm looking at my character sheet.
You also have those weapons in your little taskbar on the bottom left.
Yes. And how many? I can do one attack and one move? Is that kind of the rule set?
Yes, generally. There are a couple other things as well, but we'll get to those if they come up.
Okay, and are my weapons already equipped, or do I need to equip them?
They're equipped. They're ready to go.
I would like... How many arrows do I have?
Ammo is not a concern.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this in one move. I don't know if I have the athleticism and dexterity, but I would like to take an arrow and slam it into this guy's eye as he rushes towards me with one hand. And with the other hand, I want to throw my sword into the next closest person. Because I don't give a fuck about that sword. This is going to be all about the bow.
All right. Now, in a normal situation, that would be 2 different attacks. But I really like where you're going.
No.
So what I'm going to have you do...
Waiting. I can set it up for later. I want to play by the rules. So let's...
Start with a longbow attack for me, then.
There's no attack. He takes his fist, he takes his arm, he shoves it. As the guy rushes up to him, I take my bow out, or I take my arrow out, and I say, I guess I was wrong. I guess you're dying first. And I slam it into his eye socket.
So go ahead and use the longbow to give us the dice roll to regulate that engagement.
Okay. Normal?
Go ahead. Yeah, do a roll. Roll. That's a 12. That is certainly enough to hit. Now, where it says longbow right above the roll result, there's a damage button. Go ahead and click damage.
Under the chat, it says longbow, and then it says 18.
Above the 18.
The 1d20 plus 4 plus 2.
Yeah, so above that, there's another chat entry that says longbow attack damage.
It's
click on the
okay.
damage.
I gotcha. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, normal.
I might try and find a way to make that a little slicker in the future, but I don't have it yet. Ooh, okay. So that's where we start. As you jam this arrow right into the eye of this fellow, and with that simple blow, he is dead.
Of course. And now I can move, right?
Now you can move.
I'm not sure how far I can move, but I would like to get...
You have a 25-foot movement speed, which is 5 squares.
Okay, and do I have any information about what this space is? There's no columns, but this is like a wall?
What you are looking at... Yes, I can see you on the stream.
The ring?
Yes, you are down in a coliseum.
Okay.
The walls rise around you.
So I'm going to go...
The audience looks
how do I
on.
move my guy? What do I click him?
You should just be able to click and drag him.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Boom.
Okay.
Gaining some nice distance now.
Okay.
That is your turn.
Cool.
Now we move on to the turn of your enemies, the thugs in this situation. They are now going to act. This one that you rolled an intimidation check against for me.
I killed that other guy, right?
He's dead. Yes, this guy right here is dead.
The crowd didn't give a fuck. I take it.
There's a whoa from the crowd.
Just checking. All right, keep
a little
going.
something.
This guy's
good to check.
This guy's kind of intimidated.
He's kind of intimidated. Enough to let other people go first. So these guys are going to rush up to you. This guy coming to here. This guy only making it to here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to attempt to stab you with a knife.
Okay.
That is a 9. That's a 10 overall. Your armor class on your character is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that does not hit. He attempts to stab at you, and it scrapes off of the armor you're wearing on your shoulder. it's back to you.
When I'm in combat, can I do other checks of the environment or no?
What kind of checks?
I'm curious if any of these people who are still alive are looking at the audience, if there's anyone that are looking towards or seeing in the audience.
Interesting question. Go ahead and roll for me an insight check.
Okay.
Okay, you take a quick glance, and you think you see that this frightened fellow is kind of looking up to the audience. He doesn't seem to be looking at anyone in particular, but he's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. He's looking maybe towards this woman here.
But I don't know who that is, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I would like to... 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would like to use my bow to shoot at that guy.
Now, a note to mention, you've just run into a wonderful little function in Dungeons & Dragons called Attacks of Opportunity. You've moved out of the melee range of an enemy, so he gets to take a free swipe at you.
And he hits.
That is a crit. Yes, he does. So you are going to take... Let's get another d4 in there. Go, please. You're going to take 3 points of damage off of that.
Okay. And he did that because if I moved away, he automatically
gets a free swing.
Try. Okay, well, that's...
Because in a sense, you're turning your back to get out of there.
Got it. But
even though I know that's not exactly...
But it's still my turn. Because I get a move and an attack. Okay. So now
right.
I want to shoot at... I want to shoot... Actually, not at the guy who hit me, but the guy up there. Right above, right, that's coming in with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that attack. 13 plus a big fat bonus. That's a hit. Roll me damage. Ooh, 1, but your bonus is good, and that's going to strike this guy dead.
Damn.
Like those before him.
Right.
As blood splatters on the ground of the arena out of the hole in... Where'd you aim?
His throat.
His throat, where the arrow just impacted. This fellow is now looking even more frightened and slowly takes several steps back while this last fellow rushes you with his knife, eager to finish what he started. It's a 19 to hit, and so that's going to be 1 point of damage. Not to worry about. But before you use your bow again,
I'm not.
You're going to resolve.
Bow again.
We're going to, well, you might want to use this.
Okay.
We're going to resolve what I asked the chat. As you feel a flowing of energy in the air, a like static, sea wind, and power all at once, you instinctively reach your hand up towards the sky, from which an item falls into it. A golden sword that is now within your inventory. Looks something like this. The audience exclaims, "Oh! Ah!" as the commentator of the match states, "A gift from the gods! He is truly favored!" You should now be able to go to your inventory and your character sheet and see the magic sword that is there, if you would like to use that for an extra special attack.
Where is my stuff? There it is. Okay. Here's what I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my dexterity and athleticism to race to the wall, leap on it, and push off with that new sword and just ram it into his fucking brain as I'm pushing off the wall, like with extra force.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Roll that attack.
What, just that particular sword attack? Here we go.
Yeah, let's just roll the sword attack. Oop, that's a 5. That's a bonus. Gets you only to 11.
It's a
Luckily,
shit sword.
this guy was not prepared for that maneuver. And as you rush back and kick forwards, I'm going to ask you how you would like to describe finishing off this foe.
As my body propels forward,
What you got?
how many are left? Just him, or the other 3 are dead?
2 are dead. 1 is in fear.
And where's the other one? Because there was 4 of them.
Yep. There's the one in front of you, who you are finishing off.
Yep.
The last one is over here.
And he's alive.
And he looks scared shitless.
Okay.
But alive.
Okay. I plunge forward and I plunge the new golden sword directly into his mouth that's open as he's screaming in terror. And as his head begins to crack open, I say, okay, I guess you weren't the first to die, but you were the best to die. And he dies right in front of me. Right, there you go.
And as he does, there's an outroaring of applause at the brutality from the crowd around. Merocles, the ringmaster, says, "Congratulations to Thrain Stoneguard for a match well won. I present to you now your reward," as he flips this golden coin into the arena. Catch. The final enemy has rushed in fear and is banging at the gate. You are considered the victor of this fight.
I take my sword. No, I take my bow and I aim it at the guy banging at the gate. And I shout out, "You have a choice. This arrow will find itself deep within your brain." I'm not very smart. Or you can choose to leave here with me. Or I don't know, he's owned though, right? So I can't bring him on the adventure as like a slave warrior, can I?
He is essentially here, you would know in general sense, as capital punishment. This man was probably a thief, and so he's serving out his time and attempting to free himself of it through this ring. But you're looking to barter for him as an aide or a servant?
Yeah. And I shout to him, I will take his life and kill him, but I don't want to pay anybody for him. It's his life or his service. I'm not paying this motherfucker up here on the announcer.
The ringmaster will say, "Do you take responsibility for him if he commits any future crimes?"
As long as you allow me to send his head back here on an arrow so you can display it to show what a motherfucking badass I am, yes, I will take full responsibility for this guy.
Excellent. We will arrange for his pardon and release into your guidance.
Excellent. What is your name, Sir Gladiator?
He steps forwards with fear in his step, still holding loosely onto the knife in his hand. He says, "Gamos! My name is Gamos."
All right, Gamos, you are now in servitude to me, and we'll see what happens next. But if you step out of line, I have so many ways to slit a throat, and I'm thinking of at least 3 of them for you.
He nods with enthusiasm. His cooperation is, you believe, for now at least, ensured.
Cool.
Ringmaster will say to you, "Take the coin you have just received to Theocrat Amendes in his office in the upper city. This will guarantee you entry to the champions contest that is ahead."
Okay. Will do. Do I do that now?
And unless there is anything else that you would have your new friend Thrain Stoneguard say, the members of the audience, close our tale for today.
Is there anything on these dead bodies I should search to take?
Some rusty knives.
Nah, fuck that. Who's this woman? No, I think I'm good. Here's what I'll say. I look to the audience, and they're all cheering, and I say, as they hush to hear me speak, I say, if you only applaud the brutality, then what's coming for you will be very well deserved. And I walk away.
As you walk with blood in your steps, our tale begins, which, for those watching, and for us, will be, at least so long as all goes to plan, this Sunday.
Right. And
Thank you for your time again.
Who do we have?
I hope you enjoy.
I loved it. I love this game. You're a great DM. We have myself. We have Gina. We have Retro Gamer Queen. Who are the other people playing? How many people in the party this Sunday?
We have a total party of 5. We have another fellow named David, who you've not met before.
Yes.
And we have Victor, who you've played with, who doubled as Anorak once.
Oh, right. Excellent. I am very much looking forward to it. So, yeah, there you go. I'll have a better costume than this one. Coming up on Sunday, 3 o'clock California time. We'll be streaming it here on the channel. And in the meantime, we're going to be doing another normal Gabbin' Games or something coming up here on this channel later. But, Hector, where can people find you? You have your own D&D channel on the YouTube, correct?
That's right. Adventures and Dragons. I'm in the chat right now. Hopefully you can get to me pretty easily. I ran a campaign last year with a bunch of my local folks, and we streamed the whole thing, so you can check it out there. It's a little bit more of what I've done in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, and in terms of what's to come, that'll be right here on the David Jaffe channel.
Yep. And I'll get back to you with some of these change stats and stuff like that when I can read it this week.
Absolutely.
All right, Hector, thank you, buddy. Chat, thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us. I'll see you on a future stream. That's it. Bye, you guys.